two of the top teams in the South African Dota 2 community. And it is game 2. Bravado Black took the first one pretty convincingly, and we'll see what they can be made of now. Knoxville, it's you.
Hello! What's happening?
I'm queuing you.
I was just laughing very much at our new friend, Altic.
Yeah, we've got a Russian streamer now.
Ukraine, I think he's Ukrainian. So,
sorry, I can't generalize.
It was the Ukrainian flag, but with civil war going on in the country, at least they've got some good coverage of data. Invoker ban, very expected. We straight in the action here. Bristleback to respond. I mean, what does that leave left? Slock probably going to get banned out here.
Visage was a ban before as well. I mean, I don't know what else they might think of it. I don't know if they'd want to. Maybe Bravado Black would consider removing Chen. I think he was quite a nuisance, and I think one of the main heroes that was really keeping Bravado Blue in the game last time round and helped his team kind of compose themselves a little bit. I'm going to push ourselves into the team draft so you guys can actually see what's going on. And yeah, here we go. Overlays on, ready, set, go. But they're taking. Sing me some more songs.
No, that's the only song I know. Is
that's the tasty song.
As the Lich gets banned out here, so good, a little bit of respect.
Banned though, no.
I think that it's the type of hero that Black would pick. You know, Bravado Black would pick over and over and over. Such a powerful hero if you use it in the right way, and the way you get punished surrounding it is based on how it doesn't fit into a lane. Like, it's not very good in tri lanes, it's good in dual lanes, it's very good solo off lane. So I think, yeah, like the way they can force it is by a try. Last game we saw it get picked up in was it the second, or was it was the second pick. So it was Miranda first pick and then it was the second pick.
Yes.
So this game, don't want to let them have that same combination again.
Bravado Black there with Miranda all over. Oh no. Visage though I think is good. That was banned out in the first ban phase before, so always going to be a good one. Wind Ranger though is going to be the second pick. All right. What do you make of Wind Ranger? We've got two archers already.
Yeah, so Donny made his name in South African Dota by playing a huge amount of off-lane heroes, especially Wind Ranger. So did Disappoint, actually. That's quite funny. But yeah, there were a lot of off-lane Wind Ranger plays. Could also be Seam in the mid. Seam is a big hero of Wind Ranger.
Okay.
And Mirana, I don't know if that's going to be flares once more, or if they're going to mix it up. Maybe they're going to play it as, you know, some sort of support scroll, and as a result have Wind Ranger, Mirana, and Bane, for example. So I'm not sure what they're going to do, but I like these two picks so far.
Yeah, I mean it's quite hard because Bravado Black can always just switch things around. Just when Bravado Blue thinks they know what they're up to, then they can just turn it around with the next two picks or the last pick or whatever it may be. Looks like though B Blue have sorted out their supports, so we're just gonna get their core heroes a bit later on.
Yeah, I was surprised that Slark wasn't picked up by Bravado Black. There wasn't banned out. It's a hero that Team likes, and it fits into a lot of lanes and a lot of different roles, different kind of, you know, is it going to go for that mid game that just let's run around, kill everything, get the early Shadow Blade, or is it going to go for kind of the more later game team fights, get up your Ives Guardian, a Basher, and maybe a Heaven's Hellbird or something, you know, get Abyssal Blade, get Disable of any kind, and just be impossible to kill. So they've decided to go, and this is interesting, banning out the Viper. I'm not 100% sure about that.
I think it was almost an error to ban the Slark instead of taking Slark instead of AA. I think that would have been a really good pick personally, because chasing heroes like Wind Ranger can be quite a pain, and that Pounce I find pretty useful. But you know, I'm just spouting out my speculations.
Yeah. Maybe I think they just didn't want to have Bravado get heroes that they played very well with last time in the AA. And the Mirana combination was very scary. Dropping off Mirana ulti means you can, as the Ice Blast lands, you can initiate your fight. And they can't mech, they can't heal, they can't do anything like that. They just die straight away. Yeah. Vengeful Spirit getting picked up here. This is very interesting.
Take it to carry role, please.
I mean, it has to kind of be in some sort of carry position, unless we're going to see something really, really interesting like a solo mid AA. or a solo mid Visage, but I don't think the solo mid Visage has been seen in competitive play in Dota 2 at all.
No, I think Vengeful though, they could make for a very interesting tri-lane. Actually, even the 3 heroes they have now could make for an interesting tri-lane.
It does make a very good aggressive tri-lane, and Nature's Prophet getting picked up here. This is I think a more familiar hero for someone like Flares, and maybe even Donnie. Both like there's so many.
Ethereal Blade come to mind.
Yeah, it does come to mind here, and after such a convincing game 1 victory, maybe hopefully they don't go too full retard too quickly.
Yeah, don't go YOLO so soon, man, because Bravado Blue could still turn things around. And I still can't put my finger on what Bravado Blue are going to be picking up, to be honest. I'm really not sure. I think they have their tri-lane sorted, and I think they're going to be putting the emphasis on Vengeful Spirit, personally. And there's going to be their off-lane, the Clockwork, of course.
Yeah. Well, Clockwork could also be mid. It's not bad against Windranger. It's pretty reliable, actually, I think, in terms of 1v1 situations against most of the heroes that Bravado have got.
Yeah.
But it's also not terrible against Nature's Prophet if he wants to play it safe lane.
No, definitely.
It could be a carry Vengeful Spirit.
There we go.
But this is wow, this is support Windrunner coming out. And off-lane Mirana. Or maybe mid Mirana and off-lane Nature's Prophet. I mean, Bravado Black, they like crazy the way in which they draft sometimes.
Yeah, but they're trying to make it difficult for really Blue to understand how that they're going to actually be structuring their lanes. I would expect Shadow Fiend to go mid, but unless Bravado Blue they pick something that really counters that well, they could easily change things around.
I think it'll be safe lane Shadow Fiend and mid Mirana.
Okay.
And support Windranger.
We'll see who's right.
I just want to see whether Scan's going to play the Windranger or Abdur Habibi.
Okay. He was quite solid on the Lich last time round, actually. I like the way he did things. He seems to have really solid game sense with placing his sentries. And he just seems to be at the right place at the right time. And saving Seam down in the Radiant jungle when he went down to about 20 HP when there was that gank that I think came from Nyx and Odu on the Storm Spirit. And the Lich was just there. Mech, sorted, everything. Don't worry, nothing to worry about. I think he made some clutch plays. Clinks is going to be the last pick, in fact. So, is it going to be Clinks mid, or are we going to have one of the other 3 that I previously stated would be in the tri-lane? So Flares, he will be on the Prophet. Donnie, he's going to be playing Shadow Fiend. So yeah, I think Seam will play Mirana in mid. Sorry, you're probably right. You're definitely right. And it looks like we are going to get a carry Venge. Your silence is building the tension too much, please.
Sorry, I'm just, my Dota says connecting to the network, so
okay.
There might have been a couple of people who can't watch in-game because of the Dota network being a little bit balked, but obviously they can watch during the stream, so all good.
Absolutely. I'm just going to quickly introduce things. Hopefully everything is alright on your end, but we should be starting in a second as we've got a pause going out. So, Donnie, here at Bravado Black, he's going to be playing Shadow Fiend. Flare's going to be on the Nature's Prophet. Scant playing the CM. It's going to be Habibi, aka Abdur, going to be playing at the Windranger, and Seam is going to be on Mirana. And down in the bottom left corner, on the blue side, it's going to be Chosen there on the Visage, Odu on the Clinks, Modace here is going to be playing the AA, LKR, sorry, is going to be playing Clockwork, and Disappoint, presumably a carry Venge right now. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Disappoint's going to do. What are you making of this carry Venge stuff? I remember Puppy in an interview saying that it is legit. And a lot of people disagreed with him.
Well, I mean, look, it's a very, very strong hero in terms of physical damage, but it doesn't have like any steroids that most of the other carries have. I mean, it has extra damage, and that's percentage based, but it's not like huge. It's not like crits. It's like consistently a little bit more damage than you would otherwise have.
Well, what kind of items do you put on him?
Either phase boots. I think normally phase boots, but sometimes trades in certain situations. Drum, Yasha, and then you can either go Desolator or Shadow Blade. There's a variety of you know, depending on the enemy heroes. It's going to be able to pick off Scant for most of the game.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And I wonder if Flares is really gonna, bring out the Dagon, coming with the Ethereal Blade. I guess it depends on how the first 5 to 10 minutes really go.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll tell very soon whether or not Flares is feeling cocky or not.
So two interesting things to note here. First of all, Seam swapped with Abdur. So we're going to be seeing a support Marana, and it's going to be mid Windrunner.
Okay.
And we also see that Flares is the one that's picked up the Nature's Prophet as the game is paused once more.
I think they're ready.
Yeah, I think that I don't know what's happening here, if there's like huge lag or something, but yeah, nobody knows. But yeah, it'll be safe lane Flares, and it's going to be aggressive tri-lane coming out from Bravado here.
Again, be more specific.
It's going to be...
Bravado, man.
Oh yeah, jeez. I don't know, it's been a long day, Zoots, just relax. It's going to be Crystal Maiden, Windranger, and... wait, maybe not. Like, the lanes are just undecided entirely here.
I'll send you a formal apology via an email, I'm sorry.
Donnie's moving into the mid lane, and then Flares is heading to the top lane, and then it looks like there might be a tri-lane happening here.
Okay.
So it does look like there's going to be a tri-lane off lane. So maybe Bravado just experimenting Shadow Fiend in the hands of Donnie mid, and off lane, aggressive tri-lane Seam.
Okay, we've got like the whole Bravado blue team though up in the top. I think they're desperately trying to scout out to see if anyone's over here, if they can get an early pick-off, but there's some defensive positions picked up by B Black. And they're not really going to fall for anything, so they're going to need to get over to their positions very quickly. And let's see, are we going to get some warding? Well, they've only got one ward here on Scant.
The battle begins.
And they're kind of carefully treading in, making sure nothing's around. But let's see. Tri-lane up here, maybe they're going to be able to catch Flares out. This is really sneaky. I like the play here, but also down bottom, it's going to be LKR on his own. There's going to be the bite. It's going to land. There's the arrow as well. And the cogs, they can make it out. And up top, they managed to get the stun. Flares in a lot of trouble. There it is. Oh, the Visage will get first blood on Flares.
And look at the one Treant just trying to block Disappoints as well as it can. Just going to get extra damage.
Creep damage, please. It was a really nice move though. Bravado Blue realized they have to make something happen, and they've got to set off on a better foot than they did in the last game. And this is a huge, huge improvement. But we've got sneaky plays, man. Yeah,
there's also a ward just got placed mid, so they're going to try scout out the courier. I think that just got pinged out, but I'm not 100% sure.
No, I'm not certain either. I think Flares, he's certainly going to be looking over to see when that courier is going to be coming down.
No, I think that the Bravado black players are in position already to take it out. Oh, a little bit of movement here. Donnie's in quite a lot of trouble as the Visage comes into the mid lane, so he's going to have to go the long way around.
Yeah.
And DD Rune spawns top for Modeste to pick up.
LKR and Seam, they're going to be having a standoff down in the bottom.
This 3v3 lane mid is not really very good. Oh, Odu does get picked off though.
Oh, wow. And there's a raise, and it's going to be another one. Donnie, he gets to get a kill for himself, and now Cho's on his own. Flare's coming in. He wants to get a piece of the action. And actually, his presence there probably saved Donnie another auto attack, and he would have gone down.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. Great plays going on. And Bravado Black, they lost out on first blood, but they didn't let it get to them.
The arrow was exceptional, but what has to be said is Modeste very greedy there, trying to go for the kill onto the Shadow Fiend.
He wasn't far from it, you gotta say. He was very, very close, but again, that may have just assisted in transforming that team fight into something pretty horrific. Is anyone gonna come here and do it? They've got sentries in place.
Oh, well, Disappoint's coming mid.
No, Modeste isn't gonna be using it there.
Disappoint moving into the mid lane, and it looks like Odu into the top lane. So, I mean, it makes a little bit more sense because it means the supports are more freely available to move around.
Yeah.
And it's a lot harder to gang Odu than it would be to gang Eventual Spirits.
LKR's got no space in which he can move out, basically. And I'm pretty sure that Abdur is looking for an arrow to land. He's been fantastic with the arrows so far. Great defensive work, though. by
And Scanch
LKR.
is taking quite a lot of damage from the creeps as well. Seems up to 15 creeps. Oh.
Catching a kill there in mid. Well played. They're still getting their little pickoffs, and it's contributing nicely. And I think Bravado Black are realizing that, hey, LKR, he's not really going to move out of his little concave. Maybe we can't do anything about this.
Oh, Odu top could do a lot of damage here to Flares, actually. And Flares doesn't have a single point up in Sprout, so this could be interesting.
Going to come out. There's damage. But he's just small pickoffs at the moment. Just trying to wear him down a little bit, so maybe a kill will happen later on. And they actually did get the pickoff on LKR down at the bottom. Abdur survives with little to no health. 4-2 at the moment in favor of Bravado Black. And well, let's have a look. They managed to find flares. And that's it. He's easily going to go down. Clinks. Odu is going to get himself a frag.
I love the way you just say frag and
Yeah, it's just second nature, man. I think it fits, though. I think it should catch on.
No, I agree. I sometimes in Counter-Strike, when I'm like, okay, I've only got 5,000 gold. I can't buy this and this. And yeah. Gold in Dota. Gold in Counter-Strike. Frags in Dota.
Yeah.
All the esports. This ward behind tower hasn't really done very much for Bravado Black at all. They haven't managed to pick up the courier. It's flying now. And there's also a Ring of Aquila up on Disappoint, which is pretty nice to have. And LKR on the bot lane 0-for-1. And you can see Scan's got his eye on this little clockwork now.
Sorry guys, I'm going to get those last hit stats up right now. Yeah, LKR, he's getting next to nothing in terms of last hits. But he's just trying to get some XP and die as little as possible. It's been quite frustrating for him, the amount of pressure that there's been. And now that this lane's being pushed out, looks like maybe Abdur and Scant will stretch themselves out to mid.
No, this is a very, very unusual situation. Oh, Disappoint's going to do quite a lot of damage. Here comes an arrow.
It's going to hit. This is going to be a kill on Disappoint. He can't get any support over here.
Yeah, that's one thing that you have to kind of do in this 1v1 situation, Vengeful Spirit versus SF. You constantly have to try use your stun to harass him down and force him to regen up. Otherwise, you're never in a position where you can make a kill.
Yeah.
And they're just going to get further and further ahead.
He didn't really make an effort, though, to dodge the arrow coming towards him. I don't know if he didn't have enough range or time to react.
It kind of went through Donnie, though, as well. Like, it was somewhat obscured by the hero units.
And they're coming back. They've got Chilling Touch. And Disappoint means business.
And Chosen One just slinking around in the side here. Chosen One, I mean, once there's level 6 up here by Disappoint, to swap into stun, cold feet, and finish the deal with Soul Assumption. That's definitely enough damage to kill.
What is this stuff going on the minimap?
Looks like Moday's just writing lol. Or Flares, one of the two.
Keep that focus at the moment. That's what they got to do. And they're doing alright. Let's have a look at the gold graph at the moment. Very little in favor of Bravado Black. 1,000 gold, 500 XP.
It should be a little bit more than that because of First Blood being 250 as well. So it's been a nice comeback from the Bravado Black guys.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, Abdur was under a lot of pressure in the top lane. He's now getting to farm a little bit. They're kind of sharing it around a lot, all this XP. And gold.
Yeah, very reminiscent of the end of Dota 1 days for Na'Vi. They always used to play like sharing experience and sharing gold a huge amount.
Sharing
as opposed to, and against certain like one core strats it would do so well.
Yeah. And that stun didn't quite latch onto LKR this time around. He just got a couple of creeps on it.
Yeah, but he's done well to get levels here. In the last game, he was at 2-for-3 kind of when the barracks were falling, with some nice assists as well. So he wasn't feeding, was getting quite a lot of levels in gold. He had Blink Dagger and he had Arcane Boots. So
got a lot of damage on top again on Abdur. He's running away though, positioning nicely. LKR as well.
Donnie just being so cheeky in the jungle. He's going Phase Boots.
He's not chilling in mid though. He's going to return now. And Abdur's got to be careful. There's a... Oh, wow. The arrow is going to hit. It's going to go for a couple of auto attacks, but he can't hang around here for long. And actually there, the Nature's Prophet ulti is going to get Odu very, very weak. Good little stun. Abdur is solid on the Mirana arrows.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's a very, very experienced player. One of the kind of guys who's always been at the top of South African Dota, but always also very undercover. Some say because of his size, the little dancer that he is. He's very good at
Radiant structures
What do you call it?
That he is.
yeah. He's what do you call it? It's like not when you do like the trick dancing. You know, that's Abdur.
Trick dance? Do you mean?
You know, Is it b-boying? Is that it?
That's kind of it. Breakdancing.
Yeah, breakdancing. Yeah. That's exactly. At DGC,
really?
him and Seam were challenged to be in a dance-off, and
No way.
he won that. Yeah.
Oh, Odu in a bit of trouble though. He uses ult. There's going to be the dust on him. Donnie surely going to be a help clear this up. Scant support. Absolutely solid.
Yeah, it's turning into one of those like kind of mid-game boring situations right now. But I think that there's going to be a lot of action once we get some more DPS items up on, for example, the Seam.
I think give it a couple of minutes and definitely. There it is, a hook. He had to cancel it the first time, but he managed to hit it immediately after.
Everyone's just going to back out each other.
Yeah. And now Donnie's just going to try and pressure this top tower. See how much deeps he can get. He's got support from Flares, but we've got a TP in. Just the one and the two. There's the second. Odu coming in for some damage. He's just going to eat one of the tree ants. And with the Visage next to it, while Chosen doesn't actually get anything in. Actually, LKR. He's going to be latched on.
Yeah, but Disappoint's had a good amount of time in the mid lane. He's decided to go Ring of Aquila plus treads. He can do some nice tread switching, get the extra mana he needs, more damage and more tankability when he needs that. So
Yeah.
I'm not going for the full phase boots speed build, phase boots and drum. I think now he's got to kind of go for that casual Yasha and then maybe into Desolator after that. He's in a little bit of trouble here though.
He should be able to get out of this. He's pushing right, but there's the arrow. He dodges it. Disappointed,
nice
will be
dodge.
fine.
And Dagon is up on flares. You called it.
It's just that's what he does, you know. He has his methods of nature's prophet, and he doesn't deviate. At least he's consistent. You can't have a go at him for that. And there's going to be LKI. He's going to be hooking in once more. Seam under pressure. There's actually a lot of damage coming out from LKR, but there's the take on last hit. It's just going to zap him down flat. This guy's a freaking troll, man.
Yeah, I think Flares has had Dagon in like the second game of every series they've played now.
Yeah. To be honest, he makes the Dagon build work extremely well.
Yeah, it was actually a thing back in, I think maybe early Dota 1, but certainly, early Dota 2, but definitely in Dota 1. You get that and you have hyper aggressive. It was like a Filipino strat. They always used to do that. Well, not always, but they commonly did.
Hey, let's go Midas, then we're going to go and get a Shadow Blade, then we just get the Necro Book, and then we're just going to split push Rat Dota you until the game's over.
Yeah.
Flares doesn't like conforming to the norm. Which I like.
Yeah, Scan's going to have Earn coming up soon. No boots yet on Nature's Prophet, but he has a Dagon too, so it's got swag. It also looks like Clockwork's going for the Blade Mail. And Chosen One, nothing at the moment. I think he might go for Medallion. And Seam, by far the most farm person, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, 500 gold.
Donnie in trouble over here. They've got the arrow that came in. That's going to be landing on LKR, but Abdur cannot stay around here. He'll be able to escape from this. Nature's Wrath comes in, but it's not going to conclude anything of the sort. Oh, down at the bottom, there might be a bit of pressure. Flares has been detected. And here comes the damage. Scant. He's nearby to help out. There's going to be a bite, but the TP comes out straight away. Freezing field as well. Flares cancels it, and that's to his downfall. No, he's actually going to make it away with 8 health.
Mirana ulti there.
Yeah.
Very, very questionable decision. But by fighting like they did there, it means that Seam had so much room top, pushing down the tower, and pretty easy peasy.
Yeah, nice mech, face boots. Actually,
maybe we're going to see Ventures for go BKB actually. Ooh, arrow coming in, just glancing on the side.
I'm not sure what Disappoint should exactly be going for.
I think BKB is good. There's so much magic damage.
Yeah. And there's Donny, I think they want some of him. Ice Blast coming in. I think there was about to be a swap going on, but I don't think there's really enough for Disappoint to justify that move. And Habibi, he's got double damage. I think he might be looking for an arrow up top on LKR. He's got a teammate over there. That flare didn't spot him, I believe. But no, Abda. Is he gonna see him? Does he realize that he's there? Yep, they are gonna run into each other. Abda, he's just waiting for the right moment to strike, and clearly wasn't it. He wasn't feeling it.
Oh,
He
nice
sends in the arrow. He actually hit it. He missed the other two targets and just zipped on by. There's going to be the Starstorm. Abda's going to pay for his life for this one, but he does take out Chosen. Sorry, Disappoint. I'm confusing those guys an awful lot today.
Yeah, Donnie's the one going Shadow Blade, and just Flares is standing here. Wants to get him low enough so he can dig, and here comes where's the power shots? Oh, the power shots I see. Disconnecting there.
He's going for the next level. Oh, nice actually, that's going to latch here. Dagon's not going to be up for a while, but we've got the Sprouts coming out. Mode's trying to get as much DPS as possible, trying for the stun, but now Chosen's here and wondering what the hell he's doing. I think the stun misses, and Chosen is going to fall as well. And then we've got a swap coming in. Flares, there's the stun, the tower not aggroing him whatsoever, and now Disappoint's going to run away, but it's going to be Abda who's going to chase him down. The rest of the team will follow, and the Razors as well. Donnie's going to run into him, doesn't even get the kill. Another fantastic power shot here by Seam.
And the LKR pixel scans in the bot lane. Flair's trying to get the
Wow.
kill there. He needs one more hit. LKR's in so much trouble here. He gets a Sprout.
Oh
Back into position.
That last hit.
Structures are fortified.
And again, it just seems to be Bravado Black who comes out on top more or less every time.
Power has
This
fallen.
game seems a lot easier though than the first game. It looks like Blue put a lot of effort into that first game. The draft was in some ways like a lot more consistent, a lot more like standard.
Yeah.
And like we said, I mean, we said it almost looks like a Navi draft coming out by them. But this game, I mean, it's quite an unusual draft, I guess.
Really unusual, I think. I think they tried to be a little bit random in a sense.
Yeah, they try to like confuse
Unpredictable.
BVD Black. They try to be, yeah. But it's like 15 minutes into the game and Visage just hit level 6.
Yeah, they had a really nice first blood up at the top. They seemed like, right, we got it sorted. We know that this time we are going to get first blood. But it also seems as if that was all they thought about. They got the first blood and it's like, oh, so what exactly are we doing next? Oh, we're going to lose 3 heroes in mid. And then that set them off to, you know, with a really bad taste in their mouth. Seam doesn't get the stun. That arrow's going to miss completely, but we have got Dust going. And there's the last hit after getting a kill.
Middle tower is
They just made it look so easy there.
Yeah.
And because they're so
Effortless.
so low level, because everyone's so low level on the side of BVD Blue, it just means that this Dagon is like, you know,
Nice kill
it
on
does
top here.
it does great justice.
Oh, the Dagon coming in. LKR takes a shed load of damage. Well, he should make it away. No, we've got Abdo chasing up. Oh, the Starstorm will hit as well. Brutal. Well, actually, a bit of pressure coming out from the familiars.
Here comes the AA ulti though. I think it's just gonna miss him. Maybe gonna no, just gonna miss him.
Close, close, close.
middle tower.
Well,
I don't think he
that
would have died
mid-tier
though.
two down.
Mm-mm.
It seemed, does he want to turn around and go for the attack? He might even get himself an extra 100 gold. No, Familiar's gonna hit the deck quicker than that. Seems had some really fantastic moments in this game, to be honest.
I mean, he is leading the cold chart, and once again, having a great start. He's 5 for 0 at the moment. Donnie's 5 for 2. Scan's feeding as usual at 0 for 1 for 5, but it doesn't make a difference. I mean, they're the gold advantage so far in their favor. 12,000 gold by the 17-minute mark. It's like
How do you
pretty-
stop Bravado Black?
that's the thing is, I think that you have to outthink them, and you have to pick lanes that you win all your lanes in, and then you have to win your lanes and keep the pressure going forward. How Energy used to do it is they had their draft was I wouldn't say like the same in many ways, but like they had a lot of common heroes that they were very, very skilled at. So it became a situation where you couldn't respect ban all of them, and their laning stage was solid. They would generally do much better in games where they didn't try, where they would go 3v1, 1v3.
Yeah.
And Donny would always do well in the offlane, always get more out of the offlane than anyone else. And yeah, I mean, pretty much just kept that pressure going, that momentum going.
You know, I think that Bravado Blue... Oh, hang on a sec. We're going to have some action in here. Oh, Steve's going to come out with the ulti arrow. Oh, no, doesn't even need to hit. Flares comes out with his Dagon. Is it level 5 now? Level 4 right now.
Yeah, he's also picked up boots, so he didn't go full YOLO mode.
Not yet. It's a matter of time until that. I was going to say, Bravado Blue, I think they had a really nice choice in their draft last time round. It was just a matter of execution at the beginning, mostly. I think if they went for a similar strategy and just tried to standardize things and execute properly, then they would have a far better chance instead of this, okay, we're going to try and be clever, we're going to try and be unpredictable. Because if you're not, unless they are well rehearsed in a lineup like this, then I don't think they're going to be able to beat Bravado this way, Bravado Black this way.
Yeah, I mean, they're all individually skilled players, and the way you can beat that with people who, not like unskilled, but just less skilled, is just having that great team synergy. And it's going to be hard.
Bad times here, and again, Flares. Flares. And there it is.
No, I don't think it's a GG's, but it is a DC coming out of Disappoint.
Yeah. And there's going to be the level 5 Dagon coming in a moment. Flares, he's got picked off a couple of times this game, but on the whole, he's been playing absolutely fantastic. And we can have a quick look at the scoreboard. And it is Seam yet to die whatsoever.
When did he end last game? Was it like 8-for-1 or 9-for-1 or something?
I think
he died once.
9 for 1 or 9 for 2, maybe?
Yeah.
I'd have to check back up on that one. Lots of pinging coming around. And let's have what we make of this situation. Well, that top tower's gone. And, well, with LKR here in a pretty precarious position.
Some interesting drawings, as usual, coming out from Donny.
Yeah, this is like Picasso, man, or something. The Seam could theoretically get himself a shackle to latch if he moves over across, but I don't think they've really got any leverage to actually commit to the fight whatsoever.
I don't think it makes sense. I think they should just go for the safe push top, push bots, win game. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have an Aegis on Shadow Fiend, and he does so much damage.
Yeah, exactly. We might see some Shadowblade ults as well coming out from him soon. Yeah, his damage is going to start hurting.
Yeah, so for those of you tuning in-game, just a little bit of an apology. There are some issues with the servers, and it does seem to be a little bit laggy. So if you are tuning in-game, feel free to check this out at twitch.tv/ZootLive, where there's no lag. Well, it's Twitch, so there's lag, but at the moment there's no lag.
We're all good on this end.
Seasonal lag. Oh, there's that lag.
He did go for it, and there's Donny on the sideline. They're just going to go for the deeps, and well, he will get taken down. They had time to think about that one. They had time. No, they didn't have time to snipe the stream choking. And Donny is going to need to heal himself up. He shouldn't really care too much though, because he has got that Aegis. He's got an arrow flying out.
Oh, just gonna bisect the gap.
Very, very close work, and it looks like they could split push, but they're just going all in on this section. That familiar stunned, and well, pretty much everything there.
Oh, big ALT coming in. Donny might. Oh, no, not going to get caught this time. Not far enough away, but a lot of damage going out. Donny finally popping the Aegis.
That was good, actually. Really nice from Chosen, and I don't think Donny actually wanted to give away his life just then. We got Flares with level 5 Dagon. But I think that scared them off enough to be like, okay, we won't push just yet.
Yeah, they should just get pressure going in 2 lanes. It'll be quite easy. And maybe wait for like the next big item to come out on Donny. He's got like 4,500 gold.
Well, we got a... Oh, he actually managed to hit that one. LKR does get the kill, but Flares comes in. Dagon, zap.
Seam forced Donny there so that he couldn't steal the kill.
What the hell? We've got a swap coming in as well. Arrow, I think Misquicks at the leap, and it's going to be after being able to escape. There's a lot of kills happening.
Sneaking out there. Looks like Vengeful Spirit is also going PKB. But it's really just not going to have the impact that anyone would like. He has only got what, 4.5 creeps a minute, so not that good a farm. Seam is maybe in a little bit of trouble here, but I mean Klinks has like 2 for 5 for 0, so hasn't finished the orchids. It's kind of like 2 games in a row where Odu hasn't got orchids by 25 minutes.
Yeah, I mean he's going to be late again. I mean that's for sure. But it's been such strange lanes though for Bravado Blue. I mean it's not been super consistent. They switched around at the beginning quite a lot.
Yeah.
I found that kind of strange, and I think it kind of ended up wasting more time than anything. Sure, they got some kills here and there, but Bravado Black, they've been on top of it.
And bottom lane is, as we said earlier, they're just gonna take the final tier 2 tower, make their way towards pushing one lane, and then maybe split push with flares in another lane. Top lane, we do have Odu just going a little bit wild, quite far away from home. Because of a TV scroll, he's just gonna try backdoor this tower. No backdoor regen.
Yeah, not on the tier 1s, of course. He might have to TP back in a second. He's going to do it now. He didn't even manage to take it. Ice Blast hits everybody. Oh. They're getting a kill on Flares. He's going to buy back immediately. Crystal Maiden will die. And it's going to be BKB popped by Donny. Flares, he's back in already. Gets the Sprout up, gets the Tree Ants created. And Seam taking a bit of damage. They might try and pick off that extra 100 gold.
Here's the mech coming forward. Yeah, they're probably just going to go for tower, I think. And Seam's going quite far. Balls to the walls here.
Yeah.
Hard Seam getting gibbed down.
There's a point still alive. Good damage there from Odu. And he's putting pressure on Abda. They're going to lose their tier 3, but they've actually got a really solid amount of kills. Flares had just bought back as well.
Oh, the ALT going to try catch Donny here. He's actually going to maybe hit him. No, just too far. Fast. If he kind of like cancelled it over here, it would have actually caught him.
Fair.
But that's actually given quite a lot of gold onto the side of Odu. He picked up a kill there.
A chunk.
And he's gonna farm now. He's gonna have his orchids up probably in another 30 seconds or so. Still really late, but not terrible.
Let's have a look if that dented it at all. They're approaching the 20k gold difference, and it's just a little clip at the top. Still not a single tower, though, has gone down.
Yeah, Odu's going to go try backdoor this top tower again.
So I guarantee I will make it happen, but he's not. He's going to take a creep.
Yeah, so he does
health a bit. Not much health left on this. And Chosen, do you want to be in this part? This is point. Actually goes to the swap. Saves his teammate. We've got a power shot coming in. It's going to be to no effect. And that top tier 1 got taken down.
Yeah, here comes the Orchid board up. 350 gold to spare.
24 minutes. It's an improvement on last game.
Yeah, by 2 minutes.
No, I think he had it at 29 minutes in the last game.
Was it? I thought you said 26.
No, I'm sure it was 20. Either way, it's going to be a pretty massive improvement.
Yeah, but there's so much damage coming out, and
he didn't need it 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. If he had it 10 minutes ago, he could have hunted scans and flares around the map. Flares not going for Shadow Blade could have got punished for that quite a lot.
LKR's just constant spam cancelling. Is he going to go for it? There it is. He goes for it, but there's going to be a 4-star foul. Donny manages to escape in a quick time, but Odu, he's in the middle of everything. He can't get the kill on Donny in time. Crystal Maiden will explode. And there's going to be an arrow on Disappoint. Can he survive this one? No shackle coming out. Flares on the sideline. But they can finish Disappoint off. And there's going to be Mode's buyback on the Vengeful. Donny with that double damage. He's going to be blowing up these barracks. Getting rid of these creeps. So much pressure on this end.
Yeah, mid tower is also probably going to take the fall here. The creep equilibrium is on their favor, and they don't have a tank other than the treants, but I think that might be enough. It's so low.
Yeah, Flares shouldn't have a problem with this. Unfortunately for him, he can't dig on the tower. I'm sure he'd love to.
Here comes Kent with his TP boots. Classic.
Nice.
Rich as Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, they're always rich, man, these Crystal Maidens. Support junglers. We're going to get pressure up in mid. Ice Blast coming out. Donny's going to be dying. Does he have that buyback going? He does.
And yeah, it's
Oh,
players
wow.
just going to town. He's gonna actually get brought down here, feeding once more.
Disappointing though, he did buy back, so he's going to have a minute, and he won't be able to come back immediately. But they're putting pressure on Seam, who just takes down Modes, and he's just running into the base.
Gonna pop the dust. TP 4-star.
Oh, wow, he actually makes it out. That is so nice by Seam.
There's
And
some baits.
he's died once this game. I was going
6
to
for
say
1
if
for 13.
he still hasn't died, I would have been just shocked.
Oh, sorry, he's 9 for 1. It's Abdur who's 6 for 1 for 13.
Abdur has been really solid. He's been part of a lot of fights. Is there anything that Bravado Blue can do from this?
I think at Iraq's down with this very unique draft. I think that it's not like
Oh, it's gone down even further, 25k nearly. The difference.
it's like there maybe is a way out of this, but I don't see it. Like I don't know what it is, and I don't think that they know what it is either. Like this is such a unique draft that they've gone, and such a weird style that they've been playing, and it just hasn't been working out. And as a result, there maybe there's a way they can win, but I don't think that even they know how to do that.
I mean, Odu's just died. He was one of the big damage dealers. Let's have a look though at this point. He doesn't have... He's got some damage, but really not much. They needed Odu with them, and... Well, he's just going to die. He explodes. Players really hurting huge amounts. 4 are down. And it is just going to be LKR who's running around outside the base. He's just going to watch them take down their second lane of barracks. Okay. I think he died, guys. I think you got that one covered.
And this is, for all intents and purposes, being a pretty solid scrubbing.
I mean, it's GG right now, guys. It is going to be Bravado Black taking it 2-0 against their, well, effectively their teammates, Bravado Blue. Really, really solid game. And you know what, man? I really want to see these guys compete on a more international level. I really think they've got what it takes to at least put some dents into some other big teams around. And I know that they're playing currently in the Star Ladder. They're trying to rise through the ranks, get themselves to the Pro Division, and then into the Star Division, which is what you'd always aspire for.
Yeah, I think that's like... It's just the fact that they won so convincingly in this game against a team that's also regarded as, you know, like number 2 maybe, number 3 maybe. Like, I think that this is just, you know, this is a situation where, like, there's definitely, they've got to improve, and maybe playing just in local tournaments isn't it with it. And as you said, Star Ladder is maybe a good way to go. There's a variety of online tournaments that the Bravado team, both Bravado teams are playing in. And Bravado Black has actually done very, very well. They got very far in one tournament, and then Seam couldn't make it for day 2, so they used the stand-in and they didn't play. You know, they didn't play as well as they would like to. But as you say, Star Ladder is where they're looking to compete. But I mean, at home is where you really always want to win. You never want to lose games in your own backyard. And Bravado Black sealing the deal 2-0.
Yeah, that's it. I think that Bravado Black have kind of outgrown the South African community. Of course, that's at heart where they're always going to be, you know, fighting for, and where they always want to demolish the competition. But I think they've got to tread out, and I think they've got to represent the South African community on an international basis at the moment. And hopefully this is something that's on their agenda this year, because they're going to need to be challenged a lot more, I think, if they want to see themselves improving as a team. Otherwise, they could just remain slightly stagnant at this level. And, you know, if you don't actually take some losses now and then, you're not really going to get those improvements quite as drastically as, say, other teams, like all of the competition around Europe, etc.
That's the thing, is like, if you don't know how to lose, you know, like there was that famous painkiller match between Fatality and Vu. Yeah. And Vu had like not lost a tournament ever. Like he'd lost a map, dropped 1 or 2 maps, but he'd never lost a match. And you could see as soon as he lost the first match, his like whole mentality changed. He wasn't familiar with losing. He didn't know how to deal with it. Yeah. And you know, that was a huge issue for him.
Yeah, he got taken down by Fatality. I remember that. I don't think Vu lets that get to him too much anymore. I think now he's in a position where he knows exactly what it takes every time. Yeah. And he does compete in Quake from time to time. He was at QuakeCon last year, actually. I saw him there, and he just has a lot of fun now with his games. He's not quite the serious gamer he used to be. But anyway, this is besides the point, guys. We are going to be going offline now. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Do we actually know when the next Dota 2 game is that we are going to be streaming?
I've got no idea. Sometime on Sunday, I think, probably.